guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel once again. Thank you for subscribing, those that have subscribed, and if you have not subscribed, please click the subscribe button below. Okay, today, as you can see on the title, we'll be talking about I give up on God. It's my story. Remember, this is my story, basically my story. So yeah, just in case I'm a bit emotional, please bear with me. It's very hard talking about it, basically, but um, I'm trusting God to help me, and I'm trusting that it might help somebody too. Okay, 2022 September precisely. I won't mention the date, so I will not get too emotional. I lost my younger brother. Yes, and it was really hard. It was very hard, truth be told. It was very hard, and I felt like God was unfair. I felt like God was unfair. For Christ's sake, he was just 18 years old, and he was 18 years old, and for Christ's sake, he had so much. He had so much. At some point, I started wishing. I wished a whole lot of things. I remember I was asking God, why was it him? Why did you take him? I was asking God a whole lot of questions, like, must it be him? Why must he die? Like, what? It was very, 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 very traumatizing. Trust me. I pray none of you go through grief. Sincerely speaking, after I went through it, I understood what it meant when somebody lost somebody, when someone loses a loved one. I understood what it meant. Words cannot do anything. Your words basically literally don't really do so much when somebody has lost somebody. It's just God. It's just God. So September 2022, I lost my younger brother, and as the first child, trust me, it was not easy. I remember, I'll take you through the journey. Yeah, I remember waking up to that call very early in the morning, and I was lost. I was literally running mad. I'm laughing now, but the truth is, it was not funny. I was literally running, going crazy. I remember standing up from the bed because I did not know what to do. I couldn't cry. I couldn't. Like, I was lost. It was like they poured hot water. It's not even cold. They poured hot water on my body, and I could not stay. I didn't know what to do. I stood up, and I was just moving. I was alone in that house, and because I was not at home at that time, so I heard the call. I got the call, and I was literally almost running mad. Like, I stood up, I was walking around, I was just pacing everywhere. I did not know what to do at that time. I was so lost. Before I did something crazy, I just told myself, faithfulness, you needed to leave the house. I stood up. My hair was very unkempt. The clothes I was wearing, I don't even know what I was wearing. I was not thinking. I just stood up that day, and I was just walking. It was that bad. I was just walking. I just said I was just going out. I was walking on the road, and I was crying. And if you saw me that day, you would literally think I was mad. That was how it was. And I had to go. I told God I needed to. Like, I didn't know. I was asking. I could not explain why. I did not understand why. Ah, my God. I did not understand why. Why should an 18-year-old boy die? For what now? It just got into it just 100 level student. It just started. His life is just new. Like, his life just started for me. But then I remember that day I was walking. I told myself that definitely God will answer my prayers, because I was in University of Nigeria and Nsukka at the moment. So I told myself that God will answer my prayers, that I will go back to the first place I knew God. So I carried myself, and I was going to lawn tennis. I know those that are in University of Nigeria, most of you will know lawn tennis. So I said that I was going to lawn tennis. I went there. I just lay down there. I was like, God, if I've never asked you for anything, please, this one request, let me hear that he's awake. Let me hear that he's not dead. That it was just he just fainted or something. Let me hear that like this didn't happen. I was so lost. I was crying there. I called my power side. I called my friends, my very good friends. I called them and they were like, "Where am I?" They had to leave whatever they were doing to come and be with me because the truth is, till today, I don't know how I would have survived if they were not there. I don't know how I would have, what I would have done to myself because I felt like giving up on living. That's how bad it was for me. If I was feeling this way, I started thinking, how are the people that are at home feeling? Like, how are they even coping? I'm not there, I'm not seeing the body, but then I'm feeling this way. They are there looking at him lifeless and they cannot do anything. I took the next available bus back to my house. Ogun State and Enugu State is not close, so I already knew it was a long journey. And I had an interview the next day. You could just imagine how the interview was. Seriously, it was not a funny experience. I did not read. I couldn't read. But aside that, I could not read. I was just waiting for the interviewer to be done with whatever I was saying. Let me carry myself and start going. So I got to the house after 2 days after that. When I got home, I saw how situations was. And as the first child, trust me, there's a lot of pressure. You need to be strong for everybody. You shouldn't be found crying. Yeah. Because sincerely speaking, you want everybody to be fine and you need to be strong. And when I went home, I had to level up my like being strong. I know days that I left the house, I just wanted to be alone, but I can't be alone because I know people needed me home. It was really really painful. I asked God so much questions, so many questions. I asked him why. I asked him whether he still really loved me. Like, why did he allow this kind of thing to happen? I asked him a whole lot of questions. At some point, I did not even want, at some point, I was feeling, because I even had to shut out people, because it was as if people were not understanding. Somebody will call me and they're like, preaching. I'm so sorry. But seriously, I get that you guys are just trying to be there, but I don't know how to explain how it was. It was very painful. So all the calls, I just didn't want any calls again. I just felt these things were not necessary at this time. Like, everybody should just leave me alone. Like, I was really angry with myself. I was angry with the world. I was angry with God. I was angry with everybody. I was angry with everything. And because I lost hope, I started being very lackadaisical with my relationship with God, because I lost hope in God. Like, if God cannot do this, why am I even here? Why do I even call him my father? Why will I be called a child of God if this request I asked for? I've heard him do many miracles. In the Bible, there's so many records of there are a lot of recorded miracles of people that God raised from the dead. So why can he not do it for me now? I asked those kind of questions. Why can he not do it for me now? So is it that everything that has been said in the Bible is a lie? Just imagine asking those kind of questions. And I was just there. I asked those kind of questions.